This problem is from motion in 2 dimensions. This covers the concept of projectile motion. It also covers the concept of energy conservation and coefficient of restitution. So, a building is given and the height of this building is 3h, and on top of this building we have a slide and that has a curved surface, frictionless curved surface, and there is a ball that is kept on this surface at a height of h, and this ball slides and leaves this curved surface at this point. At this point velocity is horizontal and the magnitude is u naught. Now after this undergoes free fall. It collides the surface, that is earth, at this point, and its velocity vector makes an angle theta with the horizontal. The distance of collision from the building is given and this distance is d. After the collision the ball rebounds and the velocity of rebound is given and this velocity is v, and it goes to a maximum height of h1. We have been also given, that is gravity z, and coefficient of restitution, that is 1 by root 3. Then we have to find these terms, that is u naught, v, theta and d by h1. So let us try to solve this problem. Now I will use kinematical equations to solve this problem. The equations are v square minus u square equals to 2s and s is equals to ut plus half at square. Now this problem has two parts. In the first part that we have this motion, and in the second part we have this motion. So let us analyze the motion on the curved surface. Since this is frictionless, we can apply energy conservation. Basically this ball is losing the potential energy and slowly gaining the kinetic energy. So now I can apply loss in potential energy is equals to gain in kinetic energy. How much is the loss in potential energy? mgh. And how much is the gain in kinetic energy? That is half m u naught square. So we can apply loss in potential energy is equals to gain in kinetic energy. Loss in potential energy is mgh and gain in kinetic energy is half m u naught square. So from here I can write u naught is equals to under root 2gh. Now let us consider the second part of the motion, that is free fall. So in this case, once this leaves this curved surface, this is going with a horizontal velocity, and we just calculated this velocity is Vx, which is also equals to u naught, and this we calculated is equals to under root 2gh. Now in this problem there is no acceleration in the x direction, this is the x direction. So velocity in the x direction will remain constant. So this velocity will remain constant. But how about Vy? The velocity of this ball in the y direction will increase. Vx will remain constant at all the point, but Vy will increase slowly. So I can use this formula, that is v square minus u square equals to 2as. V is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration and s is the distance. In this problem let us say the final velocity at this point is Vy, and initially there is no velocity in the y direction, so this is 0, and this is equals to 2 times gravity. Acceleration in this case is acceleration due to gravity, that is g, and distance travel is this one, that is 3h. So from here I can say Vy is equals to under root 6gh. So at this point, now I know Vx, Vx is same, and Vy is under root 6gh. We can also find how much time this ball has taken to fall from this point to this point, basically this point to this point, but the vertical distance is this one. So now I can use this formula, s equals to ut plus half at square. S is the distance, in this case h, u is the initial velocity in the bidirection, that is 0, and g is the gravity, which is acceleration in this case. So if I use this, h, the distance s is equals to 3h, this is 0 and plus half gt square. So from here I can write t is equals to 6h by z, and I have to take the square root. Once I know the time, that is this one, I can also calculate d, because I can write equation in the horizontal direction. In the horizontal direction, if I apply this equation, the acceleration is 0. So simply in the horizontal direction, I will have s equals to ut, and distance is how much? Distance is d. So d is equals to, what is the velocity in the x direction? U naught, and this is constant, times t, and t we have already calculated. So if I plug this time, that is this one, then I will get d is equals to under root 12h. Remember, the time in the bidirection is same as the time in the x direction, because ball will hit here. So in the same time it has fallen through this distance, and in the same time it has gone from here to here. So time from this equation is same as time from this equation. We can show the velocity components. This is Vx, which is equals to under root 2gh, that is same here, and this is Vy, that is under root 6gh. So resultant velocity will be something like this. This is Vx, this is Vy, and this is V resultant. Same thing is here. Now see, this angle is theta, then this angle has to be theta, because this is opposite angles. And also alternate angle, if this angle is theta, then this angle will be theta. So now we can use this to find theta. Now tan theta is equals to, if you consider this triangle, tan theta will be this height divided by this height, that is V by divided by Vx, and V by we know, that is under root 6gh, and Vx is under root 2gx. So from here I can say tan theta equals to root 3. So tan theta equals to root 3, this means theta equals to 60 degree. Now let us consider motion after this collision, after rebound. So to know this velocity, I have to use the fact that is called coefficient of restitution, and this is defined as velocity of separation divided by velocity of approach. Since the x velocity always remains constant, only the y velocity changes after this collision. What is velocity of approach? So for the coming journey, the Vy was under root 6gh. So basically this ball is approaching to this ground with a velocity of under root 6gh, and this is in the bidirection. Now let us say the rebound velocity in the bidirection is v1y, that is velocity of separation is v1y, because ground always remains constant. So whatever the velocity it has is same as velocity of separation, and the coefficient of restitution in the problem is given, that is 1 by root 3. So from here I can calculate v1y, that is under root 2gh. Now for this journey, that is the rebound journey, I can calculate this maximum height. So I can use the same formula, that is v square minus u square equals to 2s. because this is maximum height, so final velocity in the bidirection will be 0. So this is 0, and the initial velocity in the bidirection I know, and since this is going above, so gravity is in the downward direction, that is opposite direction. I have to put acceleration is equals to minus g, and the distance is h1. So this becomes, this is final velocity 0 square, and this is under root 2gh square, and this is minus 2gh1. So from here I can say h1 is equals to h. So the maximum height this is gaining is same as this height. So we can calculate d by h1, because we have already calculated this d, that is a square root 12h, and then divided by h, so this h cancels. So d by h1 is equals to under root 12, and which is also equals to 2 root 3. So I hope you enjoyed this problem, and this problem covers the concept, multiple concept, and only thing is you have to pay attention while writing the equation in the x direction and in the y direction. If you like my videos, please share with your friends, like on my channel and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.